Hello everybody. أهلا بكم. درسنا النهاردة عن ال question tag. Our topic today is about the question tag. Actually, the question tag is one of the very interesting grammar subject in English. What is the question tag actually? The question tag is a short yes or no question at the end of a statement. What does it mean? It means that either we are expecting an answer or we are confirming something, and it depends upon the intonation of our voice while asking the question tag. This will be fully explained in just a few seconds. It is used for either agreement, confirmation, or waiting for an answer for a question. So it is used for agreement في اتفاق في الرأي، أو تأكيد على حاجة، أو ممكن يكون اللي بيسأل دوت فعلا بيسأل سؤال ومستني إجابة. How to make a question tag? Let's see. If we have a positive statement, عندي جملة مثبتة، تمام؟ هنعمل فيها ايه؟ ال question tag اللي هيجي وراها هيكون negative question tag. طب نشوف مثال كده. Let's see an example. If we have a positive statement, then it will be followed by a negative question tag. He is serious. This is positive statement. We said that it will be followed by negative question tag. As we see, our verb is verb to be is. Okay, so we are putting it in the negative form, then followed by the subject, as if it is a yes or no question. So, he is serious, isn't he? He is serious, isn't he? Okay, the intonation actually makes a great difference for the meaning of the question tag, and this we will see very shortly. هنشوف الكلام دوت ان احنا نبرة صوتنا لما بتعلى او توطى في question tag بتأثر على معنى ال question tag، اذا كنا بنسأل ولا اذا كنا بنأكد حاجة ولا اذا كنا بنشوف حد متفق معانا في شيء ولا ايه بالظبط. Another example, if we have a negative statement, it will be followed by a positive question tag. So vice versa. If we have a positive statement, the question tag will be negative. If we have negative statement, we will have positive question tag. Let's have this example. يعني احنا لو عندنا الجملة نفسها عندنا منفية هيبقى ال question tag مثبت، ولو عندي الجملة مثبتة هيبقى question tag منفي. She can't sing. Okay. Can she? She can't sing. Can she? Okay. So it is negative statement followed by positive question tag. زي ما احنا شايفين احنا عندنا كان ال auxiliary verb can't وكانت جاية معانا في النفي، فهحط على طول ال question tag بتاعي هيبقى جاي مثبت وبحافظ عليها في نفس التنس بتاعنا. The intonation actually if it goes up, intonation means نبرة صوتنا واحنا بنسأل السؤال. If we are talking loudly, a bit loudly, when we are asking the question tag، لو احنا بنسأل السؤال question tag وبنعلي صوتنا سنة واحنا بنسأله، this means that you are not sure and need an answer. Okay, you are not sure and you need an answer. This guy actually is not sure of something and he is raising his voice while asking a question tag, and he is not actually sure of what he's saying. So the intonation makes a great difference. If we are raising our voice a bit when we are asking the question tag, this means that you are not sure and you need an answer. You are not sure and you need an answer. Vice versa, if the intonation goes down, this means that you are checking, confirming information. Okay, this means that يعني انت لو بتسأل الصوت بيوطى وانت بتسأل السؤال، ده بيعني ان احنا هنا بنأكد حاجة او بنثبت حاجة. يبقى بنثبت حاجة او بنأكد حاجة. يعني لما نيجي كده الصوت بيوطى means that there is a confirmation of what you are saying. يعني لو الصوت وطي واحنا بنوطي صوتنا سنة واحنا بنسأل ال question tag بتاعنا means that we are checking and confirming something. Let's see the perfect tenses with the question tags. Perfect tenses actually, let's start with positive present perfect. The statement is as the present perfect tense and it is positive. It will be followed by hasn't or haven't, and it depends upon the subject of the sentence, whether it is singular or plural. Let's have an example. He has left. He has left. This is present perfect. So it will be followed by hasn't he. Hasn't he. Okay. So we take the part of the verb to have and we made it as negative. Why we make it negative? Because the sentence itself is positive. What about if we have a negative perfect? Okay, what if we have a negative present perfect statement? It will be followed by either has or have, followed by the subject and the question mark. An example, they haven't come. They haven't come. Have they? They haven't come. Have they? So when it is negative, the question tag was positive, and the question tag here was negative because the statement was positive. Let's see the past perfect. If we have a positive past perfect statement, it will be followed by hadn't plus the subject. An example, he had left. Hadn't he? He had left. Hadn't he? What about if we have a negative past perfect? It will be followed by had plus the subject plus the question mark as a question tag. Let's have an example. They hadn't come. Had they? Okay, negative, the question tag is positive. Positive, the question tag is negative. Very simple. What about the continuous tenses? If we have a statement and it is a positive past continuous statement, it will be followed by wasn't or weren't, followed by the subject and the question mark. Let's have an example to elaborate. He was studying. He was studying. It is positive. What we'll do with the question tag, we will make it negative. So was will be changed into wasn't. If we have a negative past continuous, the question tag will be positive past continuous, and it will be followed by was or were. Was or were, the first part of the present continuous tense, and here it is the first part of the past continuous tense, sorry. They weren't talking. Were they? They weren't talking. Were they? Negative statement, past continuous, changed into positive question tag, and we take the first part and we make it positive. Excellent. These are actually some of the rules. We'll have more rules and we'll have more exceptions, of course. Each rule has its own exceptions. Question tag with the indefinite pronouns. What do we mean by indefinite pronouns? Let's see. If we say nobody, no one, okay, لو احنا عندنا بنقول nobody أو no one، هي من جواها ليها معنى النفي، فبالتالي لما احط question tag هحطه فيه البوزيتيف، كويس، ويعني هحطه فيه الإثبات، لأن nobody أو no one already has the meaning of negative. So let's have an example. First thing, the question tag will be positive because this is negative. Nobody and no one is negative. What else we will do? Very important. We will use they instead of the indefinite pronoun. So we will replace nobody or no one by the pronoun they. Okay, let's have an example. If we say no one objected, محدش اعترض, okay, no one, actually we don't know who is that one, he is or she is, or they were a group or whatever. So since we don't know the person, whether a girl or a boy, a man or a woman or whatever, so it's a definite indefinite pronoun. We change it into they. We change it into they in the question tag, and we keep the other rules. Objected is a past simple, so we use did. Okay, why we use did, not didn't? Because no one is negative, so we put it positive in here in the question tag. No one objected, did they? And why we use they? Because no one is indefinite pronoun. What about if we see some other indefinite pronouns? Someone, somebody, everyone, everybody. Actually those are indefinite pronouns, but they don't have the meaning of negativity, so they are positive when we are using in sentence. So we'll apply the normal rule, but we still keep that we change someone, somebody, everyone, everybody to they, to the pronoun they in the question tag. Someone cheated. حد غش. Someone cheated. Someone, pronoun, indefinite pronoun. We don't know who is that someone, so we replace it with they. هنغير someone دي ونحولها إلى they. وعندي هنا الجملة مثبتة، هحولها إلى منفية وأحافظ على زمنها. الزمن هنا past simple، فهستخدم didn't، وهغير someone إلى they. Someone cheated. Didn't they? Everybody was happy. Okay, everybody was happy. Weren't they? So we changed everybody to they, and of course we are changing the verb according to the subject. So we can say everybody was happy, wasn't they? We changed was to were, and we converted the statement from being positive to being negative in the question tag. كل اللي عملناه ان احنا شلنا everybody خليناها they. was كانت عشان هنا مفردة everybody، لكن لما هاجي اوديها عندي لي question tag قلنا ان انا هغير everybody they، فبالتالي محتاج ان انا اغير verb to be عشان يتوافق مع they. they بتاخد where، واحنا عندنا هنا الجملة مثبتة، فهودي question tag منفي. لو في اي سؤال هنحطه كتعليق او ككومنت. Please, if there is any explanation needed or any question, kindly to put it as a comment below the video. I will be sending you the answer right away. Let's have some examples, some sentences. Rami was absent. This is verb to be in the past. The sentence is positive. What we will do? The question tag will be negative. So we are going to negate was to wasn't. Rami was absent. Wasn't he? They weren't happy. It's negative. So we will put it in positive form. They were happy. Were they? Jessica lost her ring. Lost is past simple, so we need to use, and it is affirmative or it is positive, so we are going to use did in the negative form to keep the tense of the sentence past, so we need to use did. Jessica lost her ring, didn't she? He will arrive tomorrow. Will is positive. The negative of will, won't. He will arrive, won't he? He will arrive, won't he? He was watching a TV. He was watching a TV. This is past continuous. Past continuous was watching, and it is positive. What we will do? We will use was, okay, and we put it into the negative form. So he was watching a TV, wasn't he? We will be using the first part of the past continuous, which is was, and we put it into the negative. Very simple. She has been to France. She has been to France. This is present perfect. What will you be doing? This is positive sentence. The question tag will be negative. Has been, or that this is present perfect, so we'll be using has in the negative form. She has been to France, hasn't she? Rami came late, past simple. Positive, we will be using did in the negative form, didn't he? and we replaced Rami. Actually we don't say didn't Rami, we'll see that this is Rami, which means he, so we'll be replacing Rami with the pronoun he. You must obey your parents. Must change it into mustn't when we are talking about question tag. You must obey your parents, mustn't you? He would like more juice. He would like more juice. Would, we put it into the negative because it is here positive. Wouldn't he? He would like some juice or more juice. Wouldn't he? She sings beautifully. Sings, present simple. So we need to use, there is S. So we need to use does in the negative form. She sings beautifully, doesn't she? They bought a new car. Past simple. So we need to use did in the negative form. They bought a new car, didn't they? You go to school by bus. Present simple. Okay, so we need to use the verb to do as negative. You go to school by bus, don't you? He eats less fats. Eats, present simple with S. So we need to use does in the negative form, since the statement itself is positive form. He eats less fats, doesn't he? You have been to France. Present perfect. Haven't you? You have been to France. Haven't you? We are using the first part of the present perfect as negative form because the statement itself is positive form. She's not singing well. She's not singing well. This is present continuous. She's not singing well, and it is in the negative form. So what we will need, we'll use is. Okay, in the positive form. So she's not singing well. Is she? You mustn't speak loudly. Mustn't, negative form. So we'll change it positive form in the question tag. Must you? You mustn't speak loudly. Must you? He doesn't eat meat. Negative present simple. So we'll be use does as positive in the question tag. He doesn't eat meat. Does he? اللي هي على فكرة does he والquestion tag ده اللي احنا بنقوله بالعربي كده، بنقول كلمة مش كده، أليس كذلك. تمام. She want to come. Will she? Very easy. Want. It is the negative of will. So we are going to use will in the question tag. They got the highest score. Past simple. So we'll be using, and it is affirmative, or it is positive statement. So we are going to use negative question tag. Didn't they? They got the highest score. Didn't they? Let's see some exceptions. This is very important. Please to focus. As we know, Every rule has its exceptions. Let's see some exceptions for the question tag. It's very important. When we say let's meet tomorrow, the question tag will be shall we. This is standard. You will be using shall we. And if you are commanding some person not to do something, like don't disturb a patient, okay, the second part, the question tag will be will you. By the way, we can use would. We can say would you. I'm early. Aren't I? Don't you ever write amn't I? Okay, this is how the English people talks. I'm early. The question tag will be aren't I? I'm serious. Aren't I? I'm late. Aren't I? Okay, I'm sick. Aren't I? So I, verb to be, we change it to are with I. Don't forget this. This is very important. It comes a lot in exams. She never arrives late. Never is negative. Never. So we'll be using the question tag in the positive. And this is present simple tense. So we'll be using does. She never arrives late. Does she? And never do actually as if we are saying she doesn't arrive late. Does she? She never arrives late. Does she? Both have the same meaning. نخلي بالنا ان never دي هي نفسها بتعني نفي، فلما احط question tag لازم احطه مثبت. هي نفسها لو كنا قلنا she doesn't arrive late. does she؟ هي نفسها زي ما بنقول she never arrives late. does she؟ بس نخلي بالنا مع never still the verb keeps the s. Nobody came as we agreed. Nobody is indefinite pronoun. We change it into they. And came is past simple. We use did as positive. Wait for me. You are asking some person to wait for you. So you say wait for me. Will you? Or wait for me. Would you? This is a standard. This is your mobile, isn't it? This, we change this into it. Okay. This is your mobile, isn't it? We don't say this is your mobile, isn't this? No, we replace this to be it in the question tag. What about if this as plural? These balls are new, aren't they? So we replace this by they, and we replace this because this is singular by it, and we replace this as plural to be they in the question tag. Let's have an exam together. Choose the correct answer. I'm allowed. Aren't I? Amn't I? Am I? This is positive, and I am verb to be with I, the exception. So the answer is I'm allowed, aren't I? Number one. Amira visited her aunt. Amira visited, past simple. So we need to use did in the negative form. Weren't she is not correct. Doesn't she, not correct. Didn't she is the correct answer. Hani has just finished his homework. Has finished, present perfect, so we are going to use has in the negative form. Hani has just finished his homework. Hasn't he? Right. Number 1. It will rain. Someone is expecting it to be raining. It will. Change will to won't in the question tag. So our correct answer is excellent, number 2. She's sick, present simple, and it is positive. Present simple negative in the question tag. She's sick. Which one? Excellent, number 2, isn't she? They didn't buy a new house. Negative past simple, so we need to use positive past simple. They didn't buy a new car. Did they? Our correct answer is number 2. Excellent, you deserve it. Let's continue. He never comes early. Never, as we said before, never is negative, so we need to use the question tag as positive, and this is present simple, so we'll use he never comes early. Does he? Our correct answer is number 2. Let's try again. Remember, let's from the exceptions we'll be using shall we. Correct answer is number 3. Nobody survived. Nobody, indefinite pronoun, and it is negative, so we'll be replacing it by they and keeping the sentence tense as past. Adding it to that, it is negative, so we are going to use the question tag as positive. Nobody survived. Did they? Number 3. Amira had hardly passed. By the way, hardly, scarcely, and barely, when we see it in the sentence, this is negative. This is negative. So when we are going to change it into question tag, it will be changed to positive as a question tag. لما هنشوف hardly و scarcely وهنشوف barely في الجمل بتاعتنا دي بتعني ليها معنى النفي، فلما هنيجي نعمل question tag هنحطه في الإثبات. أميرة had hardly passed، بالكاد تكون نجحت، فبالتالي دي عندي negative sentence. We'll be using the positive, and this is past perfect, so we'll be using the first part. Amira had hardly passed. Had she? They had barely arrived on time. As we said, hardly, barely, and scarcely all have the meaning of negative. They had barely arrived on time. Had they? Number 1. John has scarcely done half of his homework. John had scarcely done half of his homework. Negative, we need to use positive. So we change John had scarcely done half of his homework to had he. as a question tag. Your channel, you deserve it. You really deserve it. Excellent, excellent students. It was an honor to have this video with you. انا اتبسطت جدا انا كنت معاكم النهارده في شرح النهارده. طبعا زي ما انتم عارفين انا مستر مجدي وهيب. قناتي على اليوتيوب اسمها English for All مجدي وهيب. Thanks to subscribe to the channel by pressing the subscribe button below the video, and don't forget to activate the ring. Why? To receive all notification of the new videos that we are uploading to our channel. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. See you next video. Don't forget to like, put any comment if you need any question, and I was very happy to have you with me today. Thank you very much. Don't forget to share this video with your friends in groups you are a part or a member of. Thank you very much and have a great day. Bye bye.